just. But I guess before that, even let's just because I think, oh boy, Edu, are you seeing this? We are on train, the all new, the brand new that has just been added to the game. We are already in the pistol round, Edu.
Yeah, being here on Pistol Round, we're already going to be seeing Siren getting phrased down, and it, of course, is going to be Teiko versus InputKids, and that's an input headshot right onto RT Mod. A great amount of damage dealt here, but it's just going to be Shin in a 1v3, as this pistol has almost come to an end here, and it looks like we are going to be hearing a little bit less, but going high will be dried out with a great round from Teiko, and yeah, Train here looking great. I like the nighttime vibe that they got going here. Valve finally updating Counter-Strike.
They added like this rain, which I mean has been hurting a few players because of their low end PCs. But hey, I think this map just looks really nice. Well, they have done a really good job in making this map.
Yeah, and Train's one of my favorite maps of all time. I mean, this is something that it's a Counter-Strike staple, but we didn't get to see it in the gameplay department for quite a time. So now that we get to see Train back in action, you know, it's really just a new, fresh coat of paint. They haven't really changed too much of the layout, so traditional Train, long angles is what we matter. But it looks like Siren's turning the corner here, wanting to find some picks, and actually gets one, but traded out, and Hope and Mod get a triple down for this great flank right through CT and right into their zone, and looks like it is going to be just Davidson left, and it is a Mac 10, no, an MP9 moment there.
Pretty much an MP9 moment for sure. I mean, yeah, just spraying down all of the beat right there. Yeah, super nice.
Instant replay. Yeah, solid instant replay there, but let's get on into it, as I think, honestly, once we keep this moving, this replay is going to be ending soon, and we're going to be keeping it up. So I'm really hoping that with Davidson here, with the rest of their team going for that save by Space Cowboy, my man Hallow, I gotta ask Hallow, what is the real strat here on Train? Like, you know, it's been a long time since this has been the competitive map pool. What have we noticed a lot of these pro players, community players have been kind of leaning towards?
It's to be honest, if I must say, it's really hard to default on Train, because once you're committing to a specific area, you just have to commit to it. So just the really early control that you must have to gain on this map is pretty much A main. As you can see, Siren is already aggressing there with the Molotovs, and yeah, now he has a specific amount of space on near that area. So yeah, that is a must-do on Train every single round. And then you can just play a bit passive on the rest of the area. Pop Dog they have changed Pop Dog a lot, because now T's can just simply, before obviously it was a ladder, now it's just stairs, so they can definitely walk down. And another interesting play that we do see, that CTs now usually do walk up Pop Dog for a little bit of B-main control. But for now, I mean, of course, we can see InputKids not doing that, but you can see Frazee checking that out. But hey, for the moment, I'm going to hold on to that thought, because we are already seeing a few picks on Ivy, Evil Scrabble, having to deal with a few people there. We have seen a single frag come through. Let's see how... Yeah.
Okay, so Scrabble, honestly, I really like this angle. Looks like we are going to be seeing a mid boost spot, but Shin will punish one, but it's, again, the trade. This is a bonus round, so they're trying to keep these SMGs doing some damage, and they are very successful in it, as we do see a 3v2 developing as the bomb plants. Of course, Davidson going in a little close with that Galil, and low HP is a happy day for this MP9 user, as if we can see Hope swing on time, the damage is going to be real in the crossbar. He kills his teammate. Frey accidentally shoots past and takes out. Oh, no way. Oh, so unfortunate to see the team KO there, but a bonus round won by InputKids, and they're going to be inputting the right passcode and getting that bomb defused. I mean, really solid. And what you said about Pop Dog, it makes me a little sad, because long are the days that we're going to be seeing the funny bunny hop off the ladder for insane kill potential.
Yeah, definitely. Those days are definitely gone, and now we just have, I mean, not really boring, but hey, they are stairs after all. So yeah. So far, so good. Very good, actually, for InputKids, especially after winning that bonus round. And now they do have their hands on AK as well, with a lot of money to spare too. But looking on the other side, Teiko, they are just, they're running on fumes at this point. They're not on a full eco. They will be able to get their hands on a few Tech 9s and a Deagle coming through as well. But yeah, I doubt they will be able to do much with it, especially since they're against a complete full buy that is going to be coming through from InputKids. So yeah, great stuff to be seen from InputKids so far. Teiko struggling a little, but hey, we'll see how Teiko, or if at all, they're going to be coming back up. Not really, I wouldn't really call it a slump at this point because hey, it's just a 3-0 scoreline, but yeah, we're going to see where this goes.
Yeah, and honestly, calling a timeout here, very smart. I am hoping that, you know, if we are going to be seeing this Tech 9, you know, eco buy coming out, you know, Phrase does have enough money. Everybody's going to be good for next round, but they do have to worry about Prodigy. That guy is pulling out an op here, and on a map like Train, all of these long angles, a very devastating angle for this op could be, you know, you turn a corner and all of a sudden you're completely shut down. So I'm hopeful that we're going to be seeing, you know, maybe the Deagle in Venero's hand able to try to match the range of the op. I mean, it's a Deagle, so it has the potential here, but yeah, they're going in, you know, very limited buys, so hopefully they just get a plant down for some money.
But we're not seeing anyone come down A main or Ivy. They're all moving towards B main, which is an interesting play, and they are a little bit slow as well. We might just see a B-side explosion here, and there's only one guy to deal with it right now, so yeah, this is going to be super interesting. Hope should be right behind their backs as soon as they explode out of B main, but there's the smoke. Should let them get out at least, but the entry kill has been found on RT mod, and that should at least let them get the bomb down. Hope is going to be up. There's one guy holding it, gets the frag, should be able to go down, get a few more, and the spray down is going to be perfect for this guy. Venero, though, as you called it, is going to be taking down Prodigy right away with another headshot onto Little Scramble before being taken down. Well, that is a good eco, if I must say, because yeah, getting 3 kills and also getting that shot on up, even though it's going to be recovered, yeah, good start from Teiko.
Yeah, and honestly, just a bomb plant. That's so much money now getting into their hands. Their loss bonus is pretty fat right now. So $3,400 just in loss bonus alone means they pretty much can force every round with a bomb plant and be able to buy up. Now, util. We do look over at the CT side, which now they're gaining a loss bonus. They have a decent amount of money, and Jesus, decent amount indeed. Hope here at 10,000 right now, because I don't think this player has yet to die. So they're just being the bank for the team, but looks like them running on up, trying to find an opening onto this A site, and ooh, lots of damage here for RT Mod, but are they going to actually execute this site as a full team?
They're taking their time by Shin, finding the first pick on into Prodigy. That is definitely going to be helping them in the long run. We have a few players that are cautious here. RT Mod is going to be getting the better of Crazy there at Pop Dog. Gets the pick for basically a 1-for-1 so far. They are outside red. Crazy just walks out of Ivy and is going to be finding 2 off a guard before Hope trade them out. That is huge for this guy. Now, is going to be seeing 2. He's being a bit cautious because, hey, they need to keep the trade there, and that is definitely what they're going to do. Davidson, Hope. And yeah, RT Mod is just going to be deciding to save. Hold down that AK of his. And
yeah,
now,
I mean, unfortunately,
Teiko really turned the tides.
They could turn the tides here, but I think if he's trying to go for the long route, I don't think he's actually going to try to save quite yet. He does want to find an opening pick by getting one of these players in the off angle here. And nope, executed there. RT Mod keeping it going, and no! For some reason whipping the knife out and is going to get punished there by Shin. And honestly, we're seeing a lot of ops being brought out on Train, and that's exactly what I want. But even though InputKids lost that round, Hope can buy all of them right now. Dude has so much cash. And he's actually going to buy Prodigy and op here.
Well, time to use up all that saved up money. So, yeah, that is exactly what he's going to be doing with Teiko. Finally, now getting a round after 4 rounds being taken by InputKids.
See here, looks like 4-2-1. I'm looking at just a pretty aggressive push down out main, and we might be able to see someone getting a pick around the corner. Nade's gonna do a decent job here, and not too shabby, but smokes are out. Somehow we're seeing these players just inch past, and already Venero is in an insanely pushed up position. They're not gonna anticipate him, and that op is gonna get taken out for free.
A 1-for-1 pretty early in the round. Got a lot of map control. They are up until red, and the players from Ivy are going to be pushing up as well. CTs have pretty much lost all of their map control, now are tucked up inside side. Top dog. Siren though, staying alive, not going down without a fight at all, and Hope is going to be backing him up on site. B seems to be their only option.
I mean, it would be, but the thing is these guys have been able to get a lot more space than anticipated just because of their smoke usage, but right now they only have one flashbang, so you know they can try to just launch on a B site, but that A site's still locked down pretty clean. But they might be able to catch someone off guard in a rotate here. But no, talk about catching them off guard in the rotate. Look at this flank coming out from Hope. This might be just in time to get behind them even if the bomb gets planted. But with 30 seconds remaining, they're gonna start having to hold down their W keys and maybe plant default. And as we know, at the summit spot, because that's where the biggest fail in Counter-Strike history is.
Definitely.
Let's see if they do get this set up here as the op is moving in, and as Hope has the flank.
Hope is scaling up. Siren coming up from Con with the op, trying to find someone out, but Hope should just be in time. Will he get checked? No. Even if he does, he is gonna get the frag, so it's all down to now Davidson, who is gonna be getting mollied off on oil, finds one, runs out of bullets, and that's all he can really do. Oh boy, that could have been something by Teiko, but InputKids just executed perfectly. The flank, the guys scaling up from Con, yeah, they definitely do deserve it.
Yeah, definitely a well-deserved round. InputKids, you know, I'd say that they're, I can't even say that they're playing better than Teiko, because the main problem here is this is Train in Counter-Strike. This is one of the most CT-sided maps. I think the only other map that could be considered CT is Counter-Strike Global Offensive versions of Nuke, right before the patch where they updated it. So I'd say that this is a very CT-sided map, especially now that it's not a ladder at Pop Dog, it's more of a staircase. So honestly, if you're Teiko, I would argue the best bet you have is actually just getting really aggressive over on the B side here, which we haven't seen, but no, just take advantage of Siren in a bad position there.
Siren has been pushing that every single round, trying to take a main control, and yeah, just punishing him perfectly for that. And now they've slowed down quite a bit, not capitalizing on that kill at all. They're just waiting it out, maybe waiting for them to make a few more mistakes. And we do have the Artie Mod up really close with the MP9, and the first guy who's going to be fighting him is going to be with the op. Afraid he is right there to shut him down. That is a good frag for Teiko as well. And now it's a 5v3 situation created. They have to position themselves accordingly, and all of them are just going to be towards B side with one guy, Con. And are you looking at how they're not making... Teiko is still not making any moves, Ezio. They're just there.
I think they're waiting for more of InputKids to make these mistakes. The problem is once you punish two, you know, shame on you. I think they definitely know, all right, we can't keep peeking these guys early in this round. Try to default, try to burn through a lot of this util. As you look over, there's only one smoke remaining, and it's in the hands of Shin. So B site, that's Flash City here, so they might be able to get a very solid opening. But it looks like Evil Scrabble is actually going to find the one player lurking up there. Davidson's down, and now 4v3 definitely doable, but the oppositioning is not it. Prodigy's going to be punished for it, and the bomb's going to get planted. The fight has broken out, but are we going to be seeing more players taken down as Hope looking to back up and loop around to his teammate? But is that going to be too little too late? Number two, Evil Scrabble has to take his time. It's all up to when these guys can execute, as that bomb timer is ticking away, and Evil Scrabble just goes too early. Not swing with your teammate, and it looks like it's going to be an execution city here as Teiko takes the second round on the board for them.
Really nicely played, getting that first pick on A main, and the rest of the picks around the map just really, it's just super methodical. And that's kind of opposite of what we meant, because hey, we just said that they should be really aggressive on all over the map, but yeah, they just, I mean, it is InputKids' fault for not being cautious enough, but still, yeah, Teiko just going with the complete counterintuitive approach and still getting the round. Really nicely played.
Beautifully played, and hopefully able to be consistent. But now
Teiko
Teiko actually has the lead. But look at this, it's a full rush, and they're just going for it. And look, oh, the punishment from Venero. But if we have three players going up Pop Dog, they might be able to find a pick with these pistols. But yes, Hope is actually going to lead the charge and get a gun for his teammate.
That's exactly what they're going to do. But now Teiko's going to be trying and locking down Pop Dog, while InputKid just leaving Pop Dog and spreading all over the map. Teiko, a lot of map control, which is going to be letting them get one pick. Davidson and Monero, both of them doing their work. And now it's Frazee. They do have side. They pretty much half side, and now both of the players are inside Pop Dog. All Teiko has to do is to get the bomb down and they'll defend it, but...
Here we go. Plant now down. Op in hand, 2v4. And we've seen that they've struggled with the retake, but with only one flash, one nade, Hope has to find that opening with their utility. But instead, I believe they are just going to be going for these exit frags. They don't have the money, and they have the round advantage here. So, you know, 5-2, make it 5-3. Keep your guns. Make sure you start building up your economy fairly well here. Look for some of these players and even pick off some. I mean, if they get a pick on a Davidson, he can't buy next round. He's going to have to rely on the cash value of their teammates. So I'm hoping that they're going to keep up this kind of play style. InputKids definitely knowing what to do, but I think Teiko has definitely really found the advantage and adapted to the play style of this CT team.
Definitely, they are adapting and they are getting the rounds out. I mean, round after round. I think this was their... Was it the third in a row, or was it just the second in a row? I don't exactly remember, but whatever the case is, they are doing really good so far, and their economy is, or has been bumped up quite a lot, while on the other side, InputKids, they are just going to be relying on, well, bare minimum cash in their pockets. So, yeah. Looking really interesting so far for both of these teams. InputKid, will they change something up or not? Yep, not being quite as aggressive on A main, while Teiko is once again going for the all-around map control.
Let's see it. Yeah, all-around map control. Honestly, just the punishment here. You're looking at Siren. You know, this guy, he's good for his, but a lot of the time he's the first blood. So hopefully turning this around might be able to just pick up the pace. I'm looking at InputKids. I'm looking at what Teiko can do to, you know, kind of, you know, punch their way through. But right now, we haven't seen that first blood yet. You know, the thing that really has caused them a lot of grief early in this game, not so much. But as we are looking at the, you know, T side, still waiting for someone on the CT side to make some mistakes, I think InputKids has adapted, saying, hey, we just don't peek. Remember, this is train. They have to come to us, and they should be all good. But case in point, Evil Scrabble gets the first blood.
Yep, Frazee has been found early on, and now all of Teiko, they are kind of tucked up inside. Well, B main, and their spawn just waiting it out. Davidson is going to be peeking outside Pop Dog. Might be able to find someone on side here, but they are doubled up. Should be an instant trade. Is going to be telling them that he is here, and Hope is going to be making the perfect use of that information by taking him down, and that just puts Teiko in more trouble. And it seems like they just want to put all their bets on B side. There's a smoke, and never mind. They're just going to fake it out and go back from Pop Dog. That might just work out in their favor because, hey, they are tucked inside Con. That molly's going to be perfect to stop Hope from denying the plan, and they have the bomb down. It's pretty much a 5v3 retake.
Here we go. 5v3 retake. Op in the hands of Shin. Low HP means you might have the TTK to keep it on rail. But, ooh, the flashbang perfectly tossed by Mod. Shin able to grab one, grabs two with a nice double body shot. But is Siren going to be able to finish this player off? Cutting the distance, finding the flank, and grabbing one. No, he whips the shots, but luckily so do they. Oh, wow. That was a close one for Siren.
I should not have. I mean, either both of the players just whiffed there, but oh well. Yeah, great retake from InputKids. That, to be honest, the rest was kind of messed up because we both saw what happened. But hey, before that, the perfect flash, the perfect entry into side, the way they just exploded out of Con, there's no way Teiko could have held that. So yeah, amazing work by InputKids once again.
Let's see. So 6-3 now. InputKids being able to break the spree that Teiko had, but they're not done yet. We still have enough for everybody to buy, including that op. So Prodigy, this is someone who we really needed to see that op value, is going to have to go again sniper versus sniper. But the nade online, and we see a teammate just running on through it. This is the kind of aggression that Teiko uses to really break through them. And yes, Venero does it, grabbing with the first pick.
Amazing first pick there. Hope is going to be finding one though, and Frazee is going to be walking out of Ivy as soon as Venero was able to get the information for him. He's being held through the smoke there, but will he be able to get the timing perfectly? Davidson is going to be aggressing as well. Finding one on side is going to be aggressing furthermore, taking the one-on-ones, and is going to be successful winner of that duel. They do have sight
just
now.
So clean. And with that sight, I'm hoping that we're going to be maybe just seeing more aggression from David. And yeah, Davidson is getting around the corner, but are they actually going to need the faster shot? No! RT Mod's reaction time just a little bit more prepared. That's the power of the CT angles, but Molly in hand. They could stop the bomb play, but they use it to bait. But no! Baited is into Scrabble, and now it's just a 1v2. All up to Phrase.
Just completely turned the round around. This was going so much in Teiko's favor. RT Mod, there we go, is going to be putting the final nail in the coffin onto Frazee. This was such a nicely played round by Teiko by getting the early picks, just aggressing from A main towards Ivy, and the Ivy guy coming out as well. They were able to clear out A side so nicely, but yeah, InputKids repositioning themselves and just the guy Eagle Scrabble, the way he just peeked right just to deny the plant, yeah, just secured the round in a really nice manner.
Yeah, just really solid. And now, with it being 7-3, I'm hoping that we're going to be seeing a real turnaround here for Teiko, as this needs to be a 7-5 if they want to be taking the half. But at the end of the day, it's a CT-sided map, and Evil Scrabble shows why. Double down here and sets them up. It's just Pistols trying to find their mark, but, Davidson is the last one standing.
Complete shutdown. This is Davidson now, and I think he's better off saving that AK. Why not get a few picks before he goes down? Nah, never mind. Siren's gonna be saying no to that. And 8-3. InputKids definitely on the round advantage here, and that is definitely gonna be hurting Teiko after the half. But hey, as you said, Train, it is heavily CD-sided, so we might just see some sort of upset coming through. Even if it ends up being a 9-3 half, Teiko might be able to make this into a 8-4. We'll really see. They're playing it out for the last round anyway. They all have AKs, even an op coming out in Chin's hand. So yeah, let's see.
Let's see it. Now, honestly, the op's been doing really well for this team. 9-3, you know, in Valorant we have a 9-3 curse, but in Counter-Strike we just have Venero getting domed. Now, it should be an opportune moment for them to really turn this around. And what a crosshair here. Might be able to find some kind of opening, but of course, Scrabble inching on up, and Siren still not seeing much. Honestly, Teiko, they're being so passive against the CT side that, you know, trying to punch through these choke points is getting them killed every round.
Yeah. There we go. A pick found. And look at how aggressive Taran is. He is still confident in holding that angle. No fears for the trade. And of course, he has gotten assault one pick. And there we go. Frazee has been plotted out. Prodigy still holding that angle. And this is what I really wanted to mention earlier, because Evil Scrabble is not letting go of Ivy control in any single round. That's what I've kind of noticed about this guy, because in the previous round, that is the exact position that gave him the advantage. And that is kind of exactly what happened this time around.
Yeah,
Frazee didn't check him, and the kill was there.
Real solid here. And you know, I gotta say, InputKids has been playing really good, but it's actually Teiko on that side. So we are going to be at the half switching these teams around. So sorry for the miscommunication, but it looks like we are going to be seeing InputKids on the T side, and of course, Teiko on the CT side. So Teiko is currently leading by 5, and it's up to just 1 player left for the side of InputKids, Phrase, to try their best to clutch this up, and will be shut down. So a 9-3 half as we are going to switch the sides. So again, just to reiterate, InputKids is the CT side, and we're going to have it swapped. So we're going to come back to the cameras, and let's get that tech fixed. So thank you so much for that wonderful correction. But Holler, with that being said, and the teams being corrected, how are we feeling about this game? A 9-3, you know, sometimes that's a little bit not too close for comfort, but it's a CT-sided map, right?
It definitely is. And for the team that is on the lower side of the difference in the scoreboard is basically 9-3, right? The team that has 3 rounds, they must, it's like a must need that they need to win the pistol round. If they don't, it's pretty much over for them there and then, and the map is pretty much gone out of their hands. But hey, if the pistol round is there, it becomes a lot more plausible that they're going to be actually winning the game, because hey, it is CD-sided, they actually can take it back. And if they just keep on, you know, being really dominating, getting all the kills that they need, they definitely can turn this map around. And hey, as you be already in the game, but seeing that Hope is already being super aggressive.
Yeah, super aggressive, and Teiko keeping that lead, kind of showing that the T side can make a lot of damage done if they just hold that W key. Now InputKids having to get their picks here. Davidson almost getting the headshot, but no, getting out of the way. It's Fraze, might be able to get a two-piece, but all of the bullets and none of them hit. Surprise, surprise, we're not actually seeing the picks, and now it's just Davidson who gets domed by Siren's double down, and that is the kind of aggressive play that Teiko has really showcased what T's need to do.
That might just be the game gone for InputKids, to be honest. But hey, hope still up. They are probably going to be trying to get some rounds on their hands. We are seeing 5-7s come through, so we might just see an A-main rush coming through from InputKids side. But hey, Teiko, they are going to be going with the MAC-10s as usual, with Evil Scrabble actually opting for the AK-47. So yeah.
Evil Scrabble doing pretty solid for a force buy here. You know, hero rifle is the terminology, and now it's a hero fight as we're going to be seeing Venero getting one, but no, Evil Scrabble with that rifle getting two, and the dumping MAC-10 takes out double, and there's the round. Gotta love the run and gun is great.
So yeah, just to mention once again that the team names were incorrect previously, and now they've been corrected. InputKids is actually the team that is now on the losing side, and Teiko has been the one that was actually dominating. So yeah, apologies for the confusions between names, but yeah, 3-11, Teiko seems like they really want to take this map with them.
Yeah, I mean, Teiko taking it for reals now, and now holding down that W key yet again, proving that there is a weak point here, and that is that B site for the T side. So a CT-sided map finds the chink in its armor, being able to, you know, or the kink in the armor, being able to get that little bit of a pink. And now we can see a few more picks here. I'm hoping that we're actually going to be seeing Teiko take their time. There are 3 players locking down this site, and hopefully Fraze is going to be able to, you know, slow them down, but in this position, he can get shot from heaven, and he doesn't really have too many people guarding it. So what is the plan for Teiko? With 1 minute and 12 seconds, they could take their time. Deep breaths here before they explode onto this B site.
Hope with the lurk! Almost caught out, but is going to be going down after taking Veneros. That is a good pick. The lurk was there, and that's going to be keeping them attracted while Teiko explodes from a side. Evil Scrabble's going to be finding a kill from upper while he is getting sprayed down from Khan. Davidson missing a few bullets there that he should have hit. Crazy is going to be burning down to his death. It's all down to Davidson. 1 against 2.
Davidson always one of the last players left, but can this player stop this team? The question of match point advantage on the board here for us. Evil Scrabble will swing first, but the pick is online, and now it's just Prodigy, who unfortunately doesn't have a weapon with the good enough range for this. So he's waiting for the bomb tap, waiting for them to swing. Davidson still has 2 flashbangs here, but instead stepping his way up, needing to clear every corner in. Will Prodigy just get the timing?
Molly's perfect.
Oh, but
Davidson, look at that. He's going to be aggressing towards upper. Prodigy is more than ready for it. Oh, wow.
Dang, he missed the molly, yet it still worked out. I would not have anticipated that we see Davidson rushing into the fire through fire and flames will be punished for match point advantage here.
I'm pretty sure he was just as confused as us. Like, why would he molly this? Did he know that I was going to come? Yeah, it just worked out for this guy at the end. It's a 3-12, a match point for these guys, and 1 more round before we move on to the next map.
Here we go. 1 more round if InputKids doesn't clutch it. You know, there's a chance that the CTs can bring out the fire. Well, they definitely stepped in it, but are they going to step up to the plate? That's the real question, as we have InputKids really stacking up, guarding their corners well, but I'm looking at the angles here. A lot of, I'd say, impatience with their crosshair placement. They're not waiting for someone to push. They are honestly kind of getting antsy. If they get aggressive here, Teiko is going to be taking advantage of that.
Teiko definitely will be once again, Teiko. With the InputKids approach actually just being really passive at Davidson. Inside enemy territory here, and they are a bit wary of that. RT Mod is going to be clearing that out with a molly. Davidson kind of forced outside. That should let them enter. Man, look at that. Hope is going to be finding 2 people pushing into Pop Dog, and that is going to be their sign to perhaps go into a site. But There is a player trying to flank from B, and he's going to be coming down Pop Dog anytime. Shen's the new guy. The first line of defense on A side, and he's taken down as well. Crazy trying to get some work done, and he will, in fact. And the flank is there too. It's going to be finding two. AK picked up. Trying to find some more, and yes, he does perfectly. Needs to clear 2 more guys out and take this round, and he's going to be getting that kill as well. Only 1 more to go. The bomb is planted. He has a nade. That should be damage.
Oh, it bounces off though. Off by half a second here, and let's see what FaZe can do. I mean, honestly, just gotta play time. 2 flashes versus 1, and the wide swing, dry swing, and Prodigy, he falls. It's a clutch.
What a round! This guy just flanks up from B side, finds the kill, and to be honest, it's kind of Teiko's fault for not being cautious of him enough. Right when he got that first pick and let him get the second one as well and get his hand on the AK. Like, he should have never gotten to the point where he was able to retrieve an AK, but oh well, he did and made perfect use of that AK. And well, the InputKids is now 1 more round up.
Yeah, 1 more round, and all they need is 8 more to tie us, get us to overtime, and see who's gonna shine. Of course, now this is a best of 3, so while we're in this, let's see who's going to be able to get us into our map 2. And for your guys' information, this is a pick here by InputKids, and they're getting punished for it. Shin immediately taken out.
Yep, Prodigy finding the early pick there. Really nice to see. Real Scramble is gonna be seeing any phrases who want to make that play once again. This time around, phrases on the other side towards A main, trying to take control, trying to shut down A main with that smoke, but Model reading that corner, yeah, perfectly anticipating this push, and is going to be able to take him down. Davidson on the other side is going to be trading it out with an op.
Let's see it. Smoke's on up. Trades are online, and honestly, Davidson keeping these guns in their hands should be pretty solid. Now, I am hoping that we're going to be seeing a slow rotate, but why are they still in spawn? Is one of them AFK, or are they just anticipating an incredibly aggressive push here?
Oh, it's a smoke lineup. Yeah, they're looking at the sky.
Okay. Nice, pretty
and
solid.
It's a
so
fake smoke lineup, so that they can just smoke A side and go towards B. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing.
But FaZe is actually going to buy for it. He left he left his position. He was in a great flank angle, and unfortunately, he's going to have to re-get the timing up. And FaZe has it.
More. Let's finds one guy's low. There we go. 2 picks for FaZe. Could get a triple one if he decides to, but I don't think he should be peeking into that. But what does he have to lose? There we go. Cleared out by Prodigy. 2v2 now, as you.
2v2. Op in hand, and the flick air in Davidson, and there's another round. Now 7 to go. Overtime could be on the board. Remember, this is a CT-sided map, even if we have a change to Pop Dog and no A Heaven. But look at the money.
It's just 7 rounds in a row. That's all it is.
2 rounds in a row means no money anymore. It means these CTs, they have full advantage over the Ts, and hopefully they can keep that going. But remember what the Deagle could do in the hands of Venero. Now it's Hope who's bringing it, and Hope is really fragging out right now. So there's a good chance that op can get shut down by yet again another Deag.
I kind of want to see that happening, to be honest. But hey, they are making their way towards Ivy, and FaZe is going to be the guy they're going to have to deal with first. 4 people. Ivy stack. They are holding for a peek. FaZe peeks out with an M4. Could be a spray down for him, but no, 4 people, I mean, sorry, is just too much for him to handle. Davidson.
Yeah.
Trying to pressure towards Ivy, but doesn't seem very keen on peeking that angle. He's just going to be holding it down. There's the M4 spray down incoming, and it's going to be traded right after Evil Scrabble is going to be able to pick up that gun for FaZe.
Yeah, they're just getting gun upgrades,
Oh.
and sprays of Venero. Oh, it's got a sting, but FaZe is going to be able to get the double down anyways. Planting the bomb now, it's Teiko, who still needs to find a weapon in the hands of Siren, but will they be able to succeed here? The Molly, a little bit too hot to handle as they have to push off the site, and we haven't found a gun yet. So Siren, up close and personal, has to use that distance to close the distance, and maybe, just maybe, find a pick here, but ooh. Looks like the smoke's going to be out. Flash is too real. Siren,
definitely work. There we go. Perfectly done. That Tech 9 could definitely work at that range. Really nicely played by Siren. And oh boy, what a game overall from Teiko, Edu. Like, they were just playing it out really dominantly on CT side, even though, of course, they had the CT side advantage. But after that...